Hey everyone, welcome back to the Comp Kitchen. This week we're going to be doing a video of what's for dinners, showing you everything my family had for dinner last week. It's some just to give you inspiration. Sometimes I feel like I'm cooking the same old thing all the time. And this is just going to show you what we had and maybe, like I said, give you some inspiration on something else you can cook for your family. These videos were actually recorded the last week of June, and I had been pretty ill the last couple of weeks, so I had just now got around to editing and putting this video out. But I appreciate you guys sticking around, and I hope you enjoy the video. Okay, this is day one of our week of What's for Dinner videos. We are going to grill T-bone steaks. I only buy this cut of a steak when it's on sale. I never pay full price for expensive steaks. They're good to have on hand for special occasions like Father's Day or Mother's Day or birthdays, just to save money and not eat out. And as a side, we're going to roast these Brussels sprouts in the oven. And then we're going to dice up these potatoes and put some melted butter on top and a pack of this onion soup mix. I typically will use 4 to 5 good-sized potatoes for this, but I only had 3 on hand, but that's okay because it still fed us all and it was super delicious. Now the youngest boys don't eat steak, so we're going to grill up these hot dogs for them. They really enjoy them. Okay, let's get our potatoes ready. Meal number 2 is a super simple one, sloppy joe sandwiches with potato chips. Okay, I used the Manwich original sloppy joe sauce for this one. And for these hamburger buns, I took them out of the freezer, and a little trick, put a damp cloth in with your hamburger buns when they're thawing out, and it'll keep them from being hard on top. They'll be super soft. I also nook them in the microwave just a little bit before serving. Brown up about 2 pounds of hamburger meat and then just mix your sloppy joe mix after draining the meat. Couldn't be a simpler dinner, guys. Super easy and together in like 20 minutes. We paired it with some chips. You could put cheese on top or onions, just whatever you like. These are super delicious and we all enjoy them. Okay, this is night 3. We're going to have a Smithfield Tenderloin pre-seasoned with the roasted garlic and cracked black pepper. We're going to make that on the grill. I love the Smithfield Tenderloin. They're delicious. And I've been craving some pinto beans, so I had these in the freezer that I had cooked a couple of weeks ago. Pinto beans freeze really well. I will have a link to that video in the description box if you're interested in seeing how I made those. And we are going to make up some cornbread muffins and some mixed vegetables. All right, now we'll head on out to the grill. Okay, here is everything all cooked up. You'll want to let your tenderloin rest for about 7 minutes before you cut into it. Just season your mixed veggies with salt, pepper, and some butter. And your cornbread muffins, just a little butter on those. And these pinto beans turned out just as good as the day that I cooked them. They are delicious. Okay, here's everything all plated up. This was so easy to throw together. Super delicious. You should really give these Smithfield tenderloins a try. They are yummy. And of course, I'll have that video linked for those pinto beans that I made in the crock pot a few weeks ago. Don't forget to subscribe if you like this type of content. Okay, meal number 4 is my absolute favorite meal to make, homemade tacos. This was a spur of the moment dinner. We had planned to do pizza tonight, but my husband had to work late, so we improvised. I got 2 pounds of ground beef out of the freezer and stuck them in this pan. You'll want to chop up your ground beef, but where mine was frozen, I just added a little bit of water and the lid and let it thaw out for a little bit, and then chopped it up and drained it. Now, my absolute favorite taco seasoning is this Taco Bell original taco seasoning mix. It is absolutely delicious. However, I only had 1 pack on hand, so I decided just to save that for another meal. For these tacos, I'm going to use the taco seasoning by McCormick. It's pretty good. I like it. And for our shells, I'm just going to use some open boxes that I have. These Takis taco shells and the nacho cheese flavored stand-in stuff. And these are both pretty good. I just heat those in the oven. And then we had some plain flour tortillas. And I'm going to shred up some cheese. Now, I didn't have any tomatoes on hand, but I did have this can of diced tomatoes that I'm just going to rinse and just see if the taste is okay, see if anybody really notices. Now, here it is all plated up. The nacho tacos were delicious. The Takis, they weren't really as spicy as you would think they would be, but they were still good. And you really couldn't tell the difference in those tomatoes. Nobody knew but me. Here is our Friday dinner. We got a large pepperoni CC's pizza. These are super delicious. We typically on our pizza nights will get like a Little Caesars hot and ready, but they recently increased their price to $5.55 and rarely had their pizzas done when we got there. So CC's were $5.99 and they cook them fresh when you order, and it's super delicious. It has a great flavor. The cheese is yummy. In my area, CC's is delicious, and we really enjoyed this. It was a real treat for the kids. I hope you enjoyed this video, everybody. We'll see you next time.